sa mga nasaktan dyan. Ah, ganun talaga ang buhay. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let me just start sharing my screen. It will be quick and brief. The first agenda basically is to present to you why studying in Korea is a good decision to do. And whatever you're planning, eventually just ask us anything. The best next step is to get assessed and inquire through us. Okay? I hope you can see my screen right now. Right.
Yes, we can see it.
Thank you. So basically, why study in South Korea? For most Filipinos right now, when we talk about study abroad, what we mostly know is about USA, Canada, Australia, UK, and the likes. Okay, but what we do not know is that Korea is one of the best, if not the best, study destination for Filipinos who intends not only to study or eventually work and properly maybe migrate abroad. So Korea is one of those underrated destination. Why is that? Korea, number one, has lower tuition fees, lower living costs, and also well-prepared scholarship programs for international students. Add to this, pag nag-aaral po kayo sa South Korea, you don't study diploma programs. You can choose to study for bachelor's or even master's degree. Meaning, pag nakatapos na kayo rito, progressive po ang tapos ng pag-aaral ninyo and you earn international diploma. Um, if you can see here on the second bullet here, this is also very important. South Korea is the only country where there is a possibility, take note, possibility that you can support your own study while doing part-time job but at the same time save. In other countries, you cannot do that. You can only sustain your monthly expenses with your part-time job. Meaning, mahal po talaga ang gastusin sa other countries. For Korea, that's not the case. Apparently, it's very affordable. You do part-time job, it's possible. Pwede mo nang sustentuhan ang sarili mo. The only thing you need to worry about is the initial cash investment or the payment of the initial tuition fee. Later on, we'll just go with the estimated costings. Later part na lang po siguro yan. To give you an idea as well, if you study in Korea, you can also do part-time job. For master's degree, it's 30 hours per week. If you go for bachelor's, I think Julie can correct me later on, but I think it's 25 hours per week. So it's one of the highest. Okay? In terms of ranking naman, kung conscious po kayo sa ranking ng destination, mataas naman ang ranking ng Korea. It's also a first world country. So if you are into academics, it's definitely a good place to start. But for me, what I would like to highlight, wag na natin masyadong pahirapan ng sarili sa charts na to, no? But this is only to show the number of international applicants going to Korea. It's not only a tourism destination, but definitely a perfect destination for education tourism. Okay? Balik muna tayo rito. What I would like to highlight in studying in Korea, the most important thing that is underrated is that you learn a skill that not everyone in the world has. Anong unique skill kaya yon? That is you learn another language. Learning another language gives you an edge competitiveness globally speaking. So when you learn Korean and you're fluent on it, not only you can excel in Korea, but you can excel in other countries. Mind you, lots of international companies came from Korea. So should you wish to transfer from Korea, maybe US, you can work with Korean companies, Korean clients. And for example, bumalik ka ng Pilipinas, what will be your value? You work in a BPO. How much can your salary be once you graduate? If you know how to speak fluent Korean, mataas ang language incentive mo. So by the time you finish studying, not only mataas ang academic standard mo, but you have competitiveness towards having another skill. So your value is definitely tripled. All right? So qualifications, quick lang naman po ito. Later on, I'll discuss about the application process. Wala tayong age limit. For the financial requirements, the good thing about Korea as well is ang hinihingi natin is only bank certificate. It's not bank statement compared to other destinations. Our bank certificate preferably amounting to 20,000 USD or 1 million pesos. Work experience not required. And as long as you graduate from a bachelor's program in the Philippines, you are welcome to apply. Opportunities are definitely the same as other known destinations. There are migration opportunities available. You are allowed to work for 2 years after studying. Of course, linkages and other support provided by the government and the school. So in terms of culture, iniisip niyo anong meron sa Korea. Actually, I don't think you should be asking that anymore. Everyone knows it. Pwede kayo mamasyal sa Sandbox kung saan may exact destination nun. Julie can tour us to that place. Everything is very affordable. That's the thing. Good thing in Korea, hindi po kayo mahihirapan sa gastusin. Everything's accessible, high-tech, internet, very relaxed. Even commuting is very, very good. It's even possible that while you're staying there, you can probably get a license of your own. Okay? So yan. Yan lang naman si South Korea. If you want to know more, again, better to get assessed with us. If you want to have links, we can send everything to you so you can check more. Our school later will be discussed by Julie on where it is located, but I'm sure most of you have been there. You've seen it on TV, and it's about time you experience what Seoul, South Korea can offer. All right, ito lang po quick comparative analysis kasi again, maybe you are choosing, my family wants me to go to Australia, Canada. Why is that? Kasi yun po ang uso. Why would you follow the most people if you can take the road less traveled with less competition but better chances of winning? Right? If you can check here, total tuition fee, masters pa lang po ito. Total duration for 2 years. Masters in South Korea, wala pang 1 million, bayad na ang tuition. Australia, Canada, New Zealand, USA, medyo mataas po. It's all about going out of your comfort zone and checking other destinations. So here you go. Overall, summary lang ng table natin. South Korea is very, very competitive. And really, it teaches you more than the academics, but teaches you another culture. And it's very near the Philippines. So, hindi kayo mahirapan mag-adjust. And malay nyo, makita nyo na ang OPA ng buhay ninyo. So, yan po ang unique selling properties ng study in South Korea. Just in-emphasize ko na po ito kanina. One-time cash out, longer part-time working hours. It's the most for master's degree, 30 hours in other destination compared. Post-work rights, allowed pa rin po. Faster return of investment. The skill, the distance. Again, less competition, more opportunities. So yan, I think I have to go now and I'll talk to you guys later and explain to you the whole application process. Bringing back the virtual mic to you, Monette.
Thank you, Angelo. So now, let me now share a little bit about Korea, parang teaser, para before I introduce our guest speaker from Sejong. So I hope you're listening right now because I'll be sharing a short video to everyone. So speaking, I hope you can see it now. Okay, I'll play it now. Enjoy. Ayan, sana po na-enjoy nyo ang mini video clip. By the way, gusto ko lang pong pasalamatan. Our inko of this video was actually shared by our partner, Ephesus Travel and Tours, your guide to safest travel and pilgrimage. So later I'll share a little bit about them. But for now, I would like to hand over the screen to our guest speaker, Miss Julie Pineda. Over to you. Excited.
Everyone is excited. Thank you, Manette and Angelo. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Medyo umaraw bigla. No? Sorry. Supposedly, it's quite foggy now in Seoul, South Korea, because we're going to winter season already, and we hope that we can also, like, I personally can enjoy this season with you guys in the future here in Seoul, South Korea. So again, yes, I am Julie from Sejong University. Annyeonghaseyo, everyone. Well, I'm a Filipina, guys. So I just came here in Korea with Sejong University early this year, but I've been working with the university since I was still working in the Philippines, and it made me so excited to be part of this university because at first akala ko there are much Korean universities really just teach Korean. So that means like you have to study Korean pa to continue your studies in Seoul, South Korea, or in South Korea basically. But Sejong University is one of the universities, actually few universities in Korea that has a number of English track programs. So we'll talk more about that later, but for now, maybe better if I'll share a little bit of a short video of the university so that you can at least, have a good sight of what is it in the university. I don't know if you can see the video.
Yes, you can see your YouTube screen, right?
Okay, let's watch it first. Enjoy, guys. Oh, sorry. Okay. Sejong awakens my potential and shapes my identity. That's why I chose Sejong. With Sejong's support, I can change myself and the future. Have gathered under the name of Sejong, always striving to be first and best. Sejong is building a new brand. Working together, different fields are developing novel ideas and technology by overcoming traditional academic barriers. Collaboration improves competitiveness.
소프트웨어 전공 학생과 비전공 학생 모두 소프트웨어 기본 소양을 보다 공고히 하고 소프트웨어 융합 인재로의 역량을 강화시킬 수 있을 것으로 기대합니다.
세종대학교에서는 이 사회가 요즘 같이 이렇게 변화가 큰데 그런 그 사회의 그 미래에 대한 비전을 많이 교육을 한 게 아닌가 그런 생각이 듭니다.
Wisdom and problem-solving skills come through hard work and dedication. Out-of-the-box thinking is approaching problems from all points of view. Sound mind and sound body. Sejong is showing people how to reach their potential and make best use of their talents to meet today's challenges. Educational originality and excellence stems from outstanding faculty. Fulfilling research opportunities further raise the caliber of a Sejong degree.
Sejong follows students from convocation to graduation, offering comprehensive assistance along every step of the educational journey, so each and every student can achieve his goals. Career training cultivates professional skills most desired by leading corporations. Entrepreneurship programs help turn fresh ideas into reality. As shown by our successful alumni around the world, being at Sejong offers a unique kind of opportunity. Strong character makes people with unmatched talent stand out even more. The talented people of Sejong share what they have, offer their talents, and contribute to everyone's happiness. Times may change, but the virtue of Sejong never falters. That is our pride.
뉴욕, 파리, 요코하마, 상하이. 세종의 무대는 지금도 넓어지고 있습니다. 나의 꿈의 큰 날개, 세종과 함께 나는 지금 더 큰 세상으로 날아갑니다.
At Sejong, we can experience the world. Professors and students from abroad bring a unique perspective, helping students grow into international leaders. By overcoming language and cultural barriers to confidently compete in the world, Sejong is striving to become a top 50 university in Asia. The world is in Sejong, and Sejong is in the world. Sejong grows my dreams and broadens my perspective.
성을 강조하는 세종대학교 학부 영향을 받아서 그런지 예의 바르고 주변과 조화를 이루는 능력이 탁월하다고 생각합니다.
전공과목의 지식이 뭔가 그 분야에서는 이성적인 면을 그 주변에 생각하기 때문에 그런 면에서 세종대학이 괜찮은 것 같다라고 느끼고 있습니다.
저희들의 친구를 할때 나름대로 대학에 대해서 분류가 있습니다. 세종대는 A급 대학이라고 분류가 있고 거기에 걸맞게 잘
세종의 에너지로 마음껏 꿈꾸고 도전합니다.
세상에 없던 새로움을 만들어 갑니다.
세계의 노력도 두려워하지 않습니다.
세상에 없던 기술로 세상을 바꿉니다. 시대를 읽고 인재를 키우는 세종이 우리의 도전은 아시아를 넘어 세계를 향해 계속됩니다.
Sejong reveals new possibilities and unlocks my underlying potential. Through Sejong, we become new.
Ayan. So everyone, that is Sejong Tehakyo, which means Sejong University, and we hope that you will be one of our hakseng, meaning students in the university. Medyo nakakaintindi na ako a little bit of words when I just arrived here in February. It was easy, diba, to learn different the language itself. Sabi nga ni Angelo kanina, it would be really a skill for you to learn a new language and potential in the future. So hindi siya ganun kahirap matutunan actually because you will be immersed. So let me first introduce more about the university. So that video shows you a little bit of what it is and a little bit of nakita niyo yung mga parts ng university. If only I can actually like tour you around in the university right now. Kaso currently kasi we do have like an annual I think it's like admission exam right now, so we cannot really go inside the university right now. But this is technically Sejong University for you guys. And Sejong University is in Seoul, South Korea. So the location later on I'll explain further. So let me discuss first what is it about the university, calendar, of course, semester, a little bit of the majors and tuition fee specifically because Angela a while ago shared to you like a general idea of tuition fee in Korea. So I'll also show you specifically for Sejong University. Some scholarship opportunities, of course, meron tayo niyan. And graduate research assistantship, which is our 100% scholarship program in the university, and so on and so forth. And we will also have like a quick Q&A portion later on. Definitely Angelo and me and Moo later on will be open to your questions. Okay? So for now, please give me this sana wag kayo mabore, but I am very proud to present to you our university, which is top 9 in the country in Korea. And as it is in the video a while ago, we are aiming to be top 50 in Asia, but currently we are top 72 in Asia. And then we are per program, we do have our hospitality management. Medyo magiging bias ako guys siguro along the way because I'm taking actually also my master's right now in Sejong University in hospitality management. So actually I am an educator, a professor in the Philippines before. But of course, wala tayong, sabi nga ni Angelo kanina, walang age requirement, walang linear program requirement as well, even work experience requirement. So it depends on your whole documents later on we will share to you and how is your plan. What will be your plan for your career in the university and moving forward, hopefully working also in South Korea as you build up your career. So our hospitality management is top 1 in the country. We are working directly also with KTO, Korean Tourism Organization. We are also with the UN Foundation and other countries' tourism initiatives as well. So later I'll show more on that one. But for our other programs, engineering, computer science are top 6 in the country, and our business program wala siya dito, sorry, hindi ko pa siya na-update. But just recently, we received an update that it is top 3 in the country this year. So we're talking about these programs because these programs are one of the number of programs that we are teaching in complete English. We call it English track programs. So that's why our engineering, physics, astronomy, and a little bit of life sciences kung nasa microbiology kayo and everything, and computer sciences, we do have a high research and laboratory programs for those programs, especially in postgraduate programs. And again, these are taught in English. And you can see on the picture the word AACSB. Diba? Sorry, Koreans yung iba. But AACSB is an accreditation for business programs done by different different business industries around the globe. So our global business program is accredited AACSB. That means it is a plus for you in your CV if you apply any part of the world as long as you graduate of our business program, it is accredited by the different business entities and industry. And ayan, so sa vicinity tayo. So sa mga nakapunta na dito sa Korea, most likely pumunta tayo pumupunta tayo sa Korea, specifically sa Seoul as tourists. You go to Myeongdong, Dongdaemun, Hongdae, di ba? Kasi yun yung mga tourist area. You can go shopping. But Sejong University actually is near Gangnam. So of course, nandyan ang Han River. When you go to Gangnam, there the COEX Mall, where is the SM Town Center sa mga SM fans dyan. So we do have that very more natural, more nature, and just across the university, we have the Children's Grand Park. So it's a big park where you can walk around. May may small amusement park siya. Meron siyang small zoo, which is very good. And just 20 minutes walk or 30 minutes siguro, 20 to 30 minutes walk from Sejong University, you can go to Achesan Mountain. So Seoul is actually a city, but it also has a very beautiful mountains to trek. So sa mga gustong mag-trek dyan, like me, we can go around here. I'm gonna be your first tour guide when you arrive here. The Achesan Mountain is just really near Sejong University, and when you climb it, you will see the whole town, the whole city, and you will see the tallest, one of the very beautiful skyscrapers here in Seoul is the Lotte Tower. So Lotte Tower is where actually most of the startup scenes around Lotte Tower and Han River. So very beautiful area and very motivating because you can see the whole city, how it develops, how it moves every day. So we are quite far from the Myeongdong Dongdaemun, but we are accessible with Line 2 subway. So as Jello told you a while ago, transportation here in Korea, specifically in Seoul, is very convenient, as you all know naman kung pumunta na rin kayo dito and visited. And also cheap. So ang cost of living, actually, ipasok ko na rin yung cost of living a little bit. For transportation, it's very cheap. Even sa taxi. Actually, sa taxi, mas magmamahal pa tayo kung yung in demand yung Grab and sa Manila, mas mahal pa. Because the taxi here is like Manon, like 10,000 won, or that will be around 500. If you go like 30 minutes or 40 minutes far from your destination. So it's also convenient because most of the time walang traffic. Though now during the COVID, because most of people are here in the country and in Seoul, medyo nagkaka-traffic, medyo nagkaka-rush hour. Pero most of the time, because most of people, when they go out, they're not in the country. Not much of traffic in Seoul, of course. I also lived in Manila. I know how great the traffic is. But nonetheless, subway is very, very, very convenient and very cheap. You're talking about like 50 pesos one way. So, ano na yun kahit gaano kalayo na yun, basta one way along the, and also you can transfer from subway to the bus. So buses, they're also very convenient around the university. So that is basically Sejong University area. And this is like beautiful pictures. I arrived here spring season and pagdating ko cherry blossom. So beautiful. I fell in love with all the cherry blossoms around the university and how clear the air is. Well, basically, I think nakatulong din ng COVID, no? Kasi sabi nga nila, here in Korea, matagal na yung nagmamask sila, yung mga tao. Kasi medyo dusty every season. May a little bit of dust in the air. I think that's why they are very more also disciplined right now with regards to wearing masks and social distancing during this pandemic. But of course, the good thing is the pandemics help also to clear out that, foggy and dusty weather in Korea. I think in different countries as well. Hence, we enjoyed the beautiful sun with cherry blossom during spring, and of course the different colors of autumn. So natapos na yon, no? Ngayon ang winter, hindi ko alam kung may love ako. As of the moment, wala pang snow. So take note guys, here in Seoul, we experience snow, but not much. So hindi siya sobrang like US na sobrang snow, but of course, for those like me na hindi pa nakaka-experience ng snow, for sure it will be really exciting. And to give you more about accommodation and cost of living idea here in Seoul, of course we are in the main city. So when you are in the main city of a country, as per accommodation cost, it will be a little bit expensive. But if you're gonna base it also in other cities in other countries, of course, mas ano pa rin, mas affordable pa rin. And especially the university, Sejong University, we do have dormitories. So these are simple, simple preview of our dormitory. Ito yung in-campus dormitory natin. But we also have off-campus dormitory, which is mostly offered for postgraduate programs. So take note, guys, we don't have solo dormitories. Pero with this price of our dormitory, which is being reserved every month, is very, very affordable na talaga. Especially if you are, as Jello told you a while ago, you can have your part-time job here in Korea, and having a part-time job of for undergraduate 20 hours, for graduate per week, for graduate students 30 hours per week. Actually, I think may extend mo pa yun ng 30 to 35 hours per week, and usually you can have a salary of $8 to $10 per hour. So if you're gonna sum it up, yung accommodation expense mo sa dormitory, actually, it can really cover it already. Kasi this price doesn't have all that, also includes the utility already. So you just have to reserve every semester. Yun lang yun. You just have to reserve every semester. And priority lang are the freshmen and short course program students and exchange students. So just to be honest with you guys now na agad, when you are in your third year siguro, or fourth year, or in masters, like your third or fourth semester, you might want to look for private place as well, with some trends, para baka kasi wala na ring ma-avail every semester, because we prioritize freshmen and short course program students. But nonetheless, we have a lot of most rooms nowadays, so I think nothing to worry too much about that. And then for our academic calendar, we do have spring semester and fall semester. So, ang spring po natin nag-start sa March. So, we're looking at now, coming March 1. Pa-end na ang aming fall 2020 semester. Nasa finals week ako ngayon. Actually, I'm dreading my finals output. But we look forward to enjoy the winter vacation. So, ang longer vacation po dito sa Seoul is winter. So, we have December, January, and February winter vacation, and then start ng spring is March 1. So admission, done na tayo for spring 2021 though, because our admission is around October, the year before. So nag-second round na nga kami this December. So tapos na tayo doon, but we're looking at fall semester admission, hopefully around May of next year, 2021. So looking forward for you guys. These are the list of requirements, but of course, Jello and I will be very much available for your concerns later on about admission requirements for Sejong University specifically. You just have to do the online application and pay initial online fee of 120,000 won. That is around 5,000 pesos. And then language proficiency certificate. Actually, for Filipinos, dahil po Korea take Filipinos as English speakers. So, hindi siya talaga required for Filipino students applicants. But we suggest that you still take your IELTS, the most at least, because if you take at least 5.5, if you have at least 5.5 IELTS, you can have a scholarship. Later on, we'll tell more about that. Apostilled academic documents, so transcript of grades and diploma up until apostille. So there's a process there for DFA apostille. Study plan, ito yung sinasabi ko po kanina. So, hindi required yung age, hindi required yung linear program, but the study plan is a templated questionnaire na para siyang research proposal. When you answer it, even for bachelor and postgraduate applicants, this will be part of your administration review. So, like me, from education to hospitality management, through my study plan, I was able to defend why I'm studying from education to hospitality management and what will be my career. So recommendation letters, certificates, research portfolio, hindi po masyadong required, but for postgraduate PhD students, required po ang list of research and CV. So yun lang. And we as Sejong University do have also design and arts programs. For those who wants to apply for those, portfolio is also required. So walang template for portfolio, but We'll work on that one. And then copy of month's passport, your parents' passport, your relationship birth certificate, basically, and the bank certificate and verification agreement. It's a form, no worries, you just have to sign it. So yun yung mga requirements. Later on, we can talk more about that. But the good part is, which I'm more happy to introduce to you, are our English track programs. So at Sejong University, yes po, again, we teach the programs completely in English. So that means you don't need to really learn Korean, but it's fun to learn the language. I'll tell you more about that. But for now, the programs are Bachelor in Business Administration, Public Administration, Asian Studies. Sorry, wala dyan, but Asian Studies as well. Hospitality Management, Computer Engineering, Applied Music. Our applied music is general music. Okay, so you're actually for our applied music, you'll learn more about K-pop industry, K-pop music. Actually, totoo. Because it's very our music program said it's more of comprehension of how the whole music industry of Korea is happening. So actually, we do have a Filipino student in Sejong University in applied music. So we're supposed to meet her this week, pero busy pa ata siya for finals. So sabi niya sa akin, ate, kita na lang tayo after finals. So we're gonna meet her also later on. Most probably, maybe for our next session, we can also invite our Filipino Sejong University students in the future. So, and also economics, media communication. Our media communication includes digital marketing. So, which is very alam mo yun, updated industry right nowadays. For masters, we do have our masters in business administration, hospitality management, masters again in Asian studies, and masters in public administration. And for PhD or joint program postgraduate, we do have again hospitality management, some courses in engineering. That includes also architecture and also computer sciences. That is more on IT, um, alternative intelligence if you are in the AI. And then we're looking at, as much as I know, our dean in graduate program and also in internationalization are planning to work on English track programs by next year for our animation, which includes game design, fashion design, for sure, gusto niya yan. So yung dalawa na yan are very good industries here in Korea. I don't know if you know, guys, that here in Korea, game designers and gamers are actually taken professionals in Korea. So yung nakikita natin sa startup that they really create their own game designs and they are taken as professionals. Yes, that's really happening now in Korea with all the technology and you know Samsung is one of the biggest industry brand in Korea. It helps everything. And it's a really big industry pala. It's a very big business pala, Samsung here in Korea. And then we do have fashion. Of course, the whole fashion industry in Korea. And unfortunately lang, I arrived here already during the pandemic. So I missed the whole fashion week here in Korea. But of course, sa mga nakapunta na dito, for sure nakapunta na kayo sa may Dongdaemun area. The fashion expo there is very beautiful. So we're looking at those two programs as well to be part of our English track programs, and for sure there will be like opportunities for you here in Korea. But of course, those are the degree programs. So we're looking at like 4 year for bachelor degree, 2 year for master's degree or postgraduate as well. Usually PhD natin 3 years, or we can extend to 5 years, depends on your research, of course. But for those who wants to also try first, work it out and see how is really Korea, how is really living in Korea would work with you, for you, sorry. We do have also 2 to 3 weeks as of the moment, before because of the pandemic. But this 2020 we didn't open this short course programs, but we're looking at end of 2021 that we will be opening these programs as well. Actually, I'm talking to Mu and the whole team of Miss Myra, we are hopeful still around spring. Sana, no, we can have these kasi we do have spring program already, and we do have a combination of English, Korean language, K-pop dance, and culture experience. So this is a package of 2 to 3 weeks, and we are also suggesting to some of our programs, academic programs, that we will include like simple talks about fashion, simple talks about tourism in Korea, so that you will experience the whole culture and potential career development here in Korea. Nonetheless, once the final like short course programs will be finalized, the programs, we will share them to you. So those are the potential activities that you can be doing during those 2 to 3 weeks. And of course, the food, kasama din ang food dyan. So for those who really loves kimchi, jampong, you know, but you know guys, hindi lang spicy food ang meron dito sa Korea that you have to enjoy as part of their culture. They also do have the samgyetang. Samgyetang is also the chicken with ginseng. So the ginseng, their tea here in Korea are also very healthy. So as part of culture, you will also experience how to eat healthier, how to have a more healthier lifestyle. And I think that's something that I really am enjoying right now. Medyo mahirap lang during winter, no? Kasi ang lamig, malamig lang talaga. Mag-a-adjust lang kayo sa lamig sa winter. So medyo mahirap and nakakatamad gumalaw, but definitely you will be motivated by the whole culture and the local Koreans, citizens, to be healthy and healthier as much as we could. So it's part of the culture, it's part of those short course programs experience as well. So we're looking at spring or summer or autumn, sorry, winter short course programs as well. Wala tayong autumn kasi most of the time napaka busy ng autumn dito sa Korea, kasama pa yung Chuseok. So it might be a little bit peak season and crowded season siguro. But of course, if you want to go here during autumn, have a vacation, and then gusto nyo lang alam mo yun, magtambay sa Sejong University and dumalaw lang, let me know, let Jello know, and then we can, I can tour you around as well. Anyway, let me also have a quick quick one introducing our professors. So our English track programs are taught by both local and foreign professors. So as you saw in the video a while ago, we do have a number of foreign professors as well. I myself has foreign professors in the master's program, and they're very competitive, which is inspiring. Medyo pressure, pero very inspiring, and they really support you along the way. So one of our Korean professors in architecture, Mr. Jae Hong Lee, actually he's also my dean in internationalization office. He is already a known researcher globally. And then we do have Miss Professor Sulki Lee. He is actually one of my advisors in hospitality management. Siya yung nag-push sa akin actually to do hospitality management and want to collaborate on educational tourism. Ayun. So I was able to bridge education to tourism because we're working on sustainable tourism, which potentially the answer is education tourism, which is studying abroad. So actually, this whole experience that we are opening to you guys is also part of my research in tourism. And I'm really excited to show more these opportunities, open more these windows to you guys for you to take advantage these opportunities. And our foreign professors from Poland, Professor Zielinski, he's also going to be my advisor in thesis because we're working on interpretation for sustainable tourism, but nonetheless, yan ang aming mga foreign professors. We also have a professor from Thailand. So he's Thai, but he already is married to a Korean. So, may potential din, di ba? So, tayo, naghahanap tayo ng opa sa Korea, siya, nakahanap siya ng Luna sa Korea. And he is now very much happy with his whole life here in Korea. So, looking at these professors, our foreign professors have been here also in Korea for like 5 years, 10 years. So, may network na sila dito and may global network din sila. That's something that we also introduce on our international students. It's the network. So Sejong is into collaboration, opening up these potential networks and industries and career opportunities for you. So that's why we also have our power women in business program, Professor Sheen and Professor Ann. When you meet them, you will also be inspired of how the business program in Sejong University is running because of this power women. I'm really inspired of them. And lastly, a quick one. Eto talagang proud ako sa kanya, Professor Flores. He is a Filipino engineer. He studied at Sejong University under research program. So we do have a scholarship, as I told you a while ago. We'll talk more about that later. We do have a scholarship for research program, but mostly if you are into computer science, life sciences, and engineering and architecture, dun yung program namin for scholarship. So Professor Flores, who just graduated at Sejong University last year, is now our part-time professor. Nililigawan pa namin mag full-time professor, but currently his full-time employment is Iris Technology as a department manager. So he became now a E7 visa own student and employee, sorry, in Korea. So because of that, he was able to have now a full business career in Korea. Pero Miss Julie, ano nga ba talaga yung tuition fee sa Sejong University? So this is what Angelo is talking about a while ago. So we are looking at a very competitive price range of tuition fee if you will compare it with other universities in other countries as well with the same caliber. Sejong University has a very good competitive tuition fee. So I will share this presentation anywhere to you. I think we can share this one to you guys for your future reference. So this is what we're looking at. Application fee, as I told you a while ago, 5,500. Admission fee, 22,000. Just one-time payment yung admission fee. This price range is per semester. Take note, guys, and it is depends on the what program you're taking, and then of course health insurance is very important. So that's the price range of tuition fee, but don't worry, we also support you on scholarship. So as I told you a while ago, IELTS is not really required for Filipinos, but if you do have at least IELTS 5.5, you will have 30% scholarship. IELTS 6.5, it's 50% scholarship. IELTS 8 would be 80% scholarship. So with that, you can already start your scholarship. At least may support tayo on deducting of your tuition fee, diba? And this is the graduate research assistantship program. I'm telling you, this is 100% scholarship fee. So your tuition fee is waived, and then you also can receive $500 to $1,500 monthly stipend that can actually support your accommodation already and cost of living. I'm telling you guys again, a cost of living is very, very, very manageable here in Korea. And then journal, of course, we will support you on publication for your research and everything, and health insurance. And for some professors, they will support you on dormitory. So if you're interested on this one, again, if you are into computer sciences, engineering, architecture, and life sciences like bio and microbiology, let us know, because definitely we can check and we can open opportunity on you for you guys on these ones. So bear with me, last few slides, and then we can talk more about opportunities in Korea later on. But for now, Sejong University, we do have a lot of international students. You're gonna meet Chinese, Vietnamese, Uzbekistan, Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, French, Europeans. Actually, we do have a lot of Germans as well in the university. So the university have been doing their internationalization initiatives since like 7 8 years. So you will definitely meet different nationalities of students and also professors, and these are like areas where you can talk to each other. And we do have also our buddies. So global buddies, these are Korean students that will welcome you here in Sejong University. They are the ones who will show you the whole culture of Korea, and you will get that definitely gonna meet Korean friends. For sure, yeah. Yan ang ina-assure namin. And as what Jello said a while ago, that is Lotte Tower. You can see how beautiful it is. But what I mean is that the part-time job opportunity around the area is just up there for you to grab it. And also something that right now Korea is looking at 3 years, 2 to 3 years from now, gonna open really for international or foreign expats in the future. Why? Because the generation of Korea is still, degrade, going down, because not much of their married couples have kids. So yung bagong generation, yung younger generation nila talaga bumababa yung percent. So they will be needing manpower from expats in the future. And most likely Koreans, they want to go out. Yun yung goal. So yung mga locals, they go out. So in the country itself, they will be needing manpower. And of course, what is the answer for that? Opening for foreign expats and foreigners in the future. So ngayon pa lang, guys, let us take that opportunity. I would be your first friend here in Korea. Actually, we have a good number of Filipinos already in the area. So we do have a community here. Definitely hindi kayo mag-iisa when you come here, and we will be there for you guys. So a little bit of idea of the pathway. So for your language program or short course program, you can apply for D4 visa. Degree program students, it's D2 visa. After bachelor or graduate school graduation, you can apply for D10 job seeking visa, which is 6 months to 1 year visa, that you can still stay in Korea and look for a job. Once you look for a job, your employer will apply for your E7 employment visa. So that's very important, guys. Something that we can discuss further. If you have any questions on those areas, let me know. So yeah, that is basically Sejong University. If you do have any questions, feel free, and we'll answer you. Ayon. Take it away, Moo. Thank you for
Yes.
listening,
Thank
guys.
you, Miss Julie. Just a quick question before I hand over the screen to Angelo. Somebody's asking regarding the Masters in Asian Studies. Required daw po ba yung concentration? For example, sa East Asia, Southeast Asia, ganyan.
Ay, hindi siya required. So it depends on your focus in the future. So that will be your thesis na lang. That will be your output, your personal focus. But the whole program is talking about the whole Asian political and cultural and economical status. And the university, Sejong University, opened that program for English track programs because they really see Asia's potential in business in the future. Kasi everything is very more dynamic and very more aggressive ang Asia ngayon with regards to business, political collaboration. So definitely, if you study the Asian studies, you will have really big, wider opportunities in the future. And then yun na lang, individual focus mo na yun. And then you will propose your output for that one.
Okay, thank you for clarifying, Miss Julie. Now I'll hand over the screen to Angelo because I know
Sure.
many people are interested in your topic now. So
Yeah.
take it away.
Sorry, Julie, I have one more question. I'm not
Yes.
able to answer lang tong message si Jonah Alcacid. Is the graduate research assistantship only applicable to certain programs?
Yes, as of the moment, ang nag-open natin na programs for graduate assistantship, research assistantship is computer science, which is of course in IT, alternative intelligence, data mining. When we say data mining, is more on data analytics.
Okay.
and research data mining. And then architecture and also engineering for now. A little few that we're opening some maybe 3, 4 slots for hospitality management as of the moment. Inuunti-unti din namin yung pag-open ng that one, that department. But yeah, for now, that's the focus departments of the graduate research assistantship program.
All right. Thank you, Julie. All right. Sige, I'll share my screen now and maybe usap tayo later, Julie, about your thesis. Gusto ko yan kasi
Yes.
tourism grad din ako. And project ko yan for the Philippines kasi eh. So, all right.
Very good.
Sige, let me just share my screen again. So that was a very, very good discussion by Julie. So hopefully maraming natutunan ang lahat. But may mga sinagot na po akong tanong a while ago, a few, nag-copy and paste ako para mabasa ng lahat. Ano? To be clear, the pathway we are offering you guys is a study pathway. It's not a direct work pathway. Should you wish to find work, it should be under POEA. But what I would like to highlight before I proceed with the actual slides is that the importance of having a going the study pathway versus going the work pathway. Ang direct work visa, ang pinagkaiba po niyan, you're under a contract. Pag pinauwi ka, uwi ka. Your salary is dependent on that company. The opportunities are also limited kasi you cannot go outside of your contract. If you go for study visa, yes, you invest in studying first, but number one, you elevate your standard. Number two, you have more control of your future kasi after you study, you can apply anywhere. Kung ayaw mo na mag-apply sa Korea, nagsawa ka na sa OPA, hanap ka sa Japan, sa America, whatever you want to do, your opportunities are endless. Right? So high investment, high return. So now let me proceed with the application process as mentioned a while ago. We have for spring and fall, but we are now focused on the fall intake. I think it's better if Julie can help me on this. Julie, can you tell me the timeline of application? Like for September intake, kailan dapat mapadala ang documents sa Korea?
So for September intake, we're looking at kasi admission online. 'Di ba yung online application
Yeah,
natin around end of May
end of
or
May open na
mid-May.
siya.
Siguro ano na natin mid-May open na siya. So for now,
Okay.
para ready tayo, parang ahead of time tayo ready. So
So 3
mid-May yung
months.
opening.
Yep.
Usually from the opening of the online application, we give a month for the
Mm-hmm.
first round kasi to, a month of time to do and submit or to complete and submit the hard copy. Yun po ang mahalaga kasi we need really the hard copies of your requirements because this is also our report for the Commission of Higher Education and Immigration, and we also report it in the system of the immigration. So we're
Mm-hmm.
looking at that will be mid-August
Dapat
yung
nasa Korea
final.
yung documents.
Yes, dapat nasa Korea na yung documents. But ahead of time, ang dalawang kailangan natin i-prepare talaga is the IELTS. Hopefully, kasi
Mm-hmm.
scholarship yun eh. But of course,
Yep.
initially, we can anyway accept you without IELTS or without
Mm-hmm.
any English proficiency. But sayang din yung scholarship, di ba? So,
Mm-hmm.
because IELTS is valid for 2 years, so ahead of time, pwede na yung i-prepare. And then, the academic requirements for apostille. Kasi alam natin,
Exactly.
Telo, ngayon, di ba, COVID, so medyo
Masakit sa
pahirap.
ulo.
It
Masakit sa
takes
ulo ng
time.
apostille too. Yeah.
Oo. So, yun ang ating ano. But nonetheless, around August, mid-August, we're
All
looking
right.
at the documents be here in Korea.
All right. Additional question to that before I proceed with the specifics pa. Yung financial requirement of bank certificate, it should be latest 1 month, parang ganon.
2 months.
Last 2 months. So,
Yes.
yeah, to be clear with everyone, if we will be asking you the bank certificate, kailangan yung medyo latest po. Hindi pwedeng kung magsasubmit tayo ng August, January binigay nyo na sa amin, expired na yon, tama?
Yes, expired na
Alright.
yun.
Thank you, Julie. So, ganito po guys, if you'll be applying, since kasi yun po yung style ng Korea, we send all the hard documents to them. So, when you say apostille, for those who doesn't know, para sa mga medyo matandang kagaya ko, apostille means red ribbon. Apostille na po ang tawag ngayon, okay? And the process takes time kasi reservation na siya, like you have to schedule with DFA and it goes to CHED, etc., etc., and kailangan mong tutukan. You also need to work with your registrar. We can help you with that, don't worry. But If we need to do the online application by May, I do suggest you work with us starting around within March to April kasi we need to create your study plan properly. Kahit yung financial documents later on na kasi time sensitive siya, but we need to process your application as early as possible. Wag po tayong last minute, okay? So, ito po yung mga kailangan nating i-process lang. Again, 3 to 4 months. Let's make it 4 to 5 months before the intake. You need to reserve with us. The payment is around 50,000 pesos. I'll show that later on. Meron tayong terms naman involved para magaan po sa inyo. Then you will submit us the documents. The documents was shown by Julie a while ago. Those are easy to attain naman po. Pag po kayo mo-overwhelm on how the documents work, kasi tutulungan po namin kayo. We have a checklist na iisa-isahin po natin yan. Again, don't get overwhelmed. Then, interview not necessary but optional. Kung gusto lang kayong kausapin ni Julie, it's up to her. Kung di siya busy. Okay? Then, we will send the documents. Once ma-process po lahat ng documents through us, we apply you online. Okay? Then, pag clear na siya, may go signal, pinapadala natin yan via DHL to Korea. Sending via DHL takes 1 to 3 days. So everything should be timed properly. Mind you po, lahat ng pinapadala po nating papeles guys are all original. So, i-expect po ninyo kung ibibigay nyo sa amin yung original diploma, baka hindi na bumalik. Right? Pero, yun nga, kung mahihirapan kayo, kung ayaw nyo pakawalan yung diploma dahil ang hirap mag-request, Julie, is it okay to request for a certified true copy? Will you accept that?
Yes, we do accept
Right.
certified true copy. I think also, para lang mas authenticated yung documents natin, cheaper kasi guys, I think if you will ask already a certified true copy of your academic documents from your university itself.
All right.
Or of course, you can authenticate naman the through
Mm-hmm.
notarization, the apostille documents. That's also okay.
All right, good. Thank you for that. So yun po, once we send the documents, it will take like maybe a month to get the results. And from there, you'll start paying the tuition fee deposit. We'll teach you how to do that and so on and so forth. And of course, we do assist you in the pre-departure orientation. The process is very simple. The hardest part here is the collection of documents. That's why it's very important to work with us, coordinate with us, and to start things off, marami pong tanong na kanina. Kung hindi po siya masasagot during this session, send us an email. I'll type my email in the chat box later. Then we can communicate from there. I'll even send you our Facebook page. Ask lang kayo doon. Then we can answer it one by one. Every case is different. We want to make sure that everything is covered before you start processing. Okay? Ayan. Ito na po yan mainly. Nabanggit na po ito so I won't go through this too much. Bank certificate lang po baka ma-confuse kayo. For other countries ang hinihingi is bank statement. Bank statement yun yung may rolling funds, makikita yung milyones mo from 1 to 6 months. Sa atin isang papel lang yan na meron kang account sa banko na to. Yun lang po. Kaya mas madali siya. If you want to know more, again, coordinate with us. Okay, ito yung pinaka-investment natin. The tuition fee, it definitely varies on the program you'll be taking. So just focus on this one. If you will be inquiring, siguro hanggang mamayang gabi lang, po-promo natin. Just kidding, but if you will apply as soon as possible, probably before the Christmas vacation, etong initial reservation security fee natin na 50,000, meron tayong terms na tinatanggap. You can pay only for 10,000 first, then we can start working on your application. Then later nyo nabayaran yung ibang fees po. Okay, we'll tell you more about it once you work with us. Okay, this is only a promo limited to those who attended this session. Okay. All right. Na this is only the cost of living. Nabanggit na rin dito siya na ang bahala dyan. All right. There you go. So here's the thing. The point is, you guys want to experience success. You want to experience Korea. This is your best chance. Okay. It's very rare that we find a program na very realistic. You can sustain your study. You can learn a different skill. Very affordable versus other destinations. Hindi pa siya ganun sikat na siya. Pero sikat ang Korea kasi sa leisure and destination tourism. But right now, we're talking about education, study, and opportunity lifetime. So this is your chance. So what are you waiting for? Just inquire. the best study abroad program for 2021 and the time you start up for real. Maganda transition ko ron. All right? Is to study in Korea with us, Career Consultants Network. So inquire now, and I guess we're open to accept questions. Mo?
Yes, thank you Angelo and thank you Julie. Ang ang sobrang beefed up yung content natin today. Ang dami din pong tanong. I was wondering if nasagot na po ba natin? May interested in finding a job. Parang ano daw po yung usual job or part-time job ng mga students sa Korea.
Ayun, nakita ko nga. Actually, I was supposed to type it na, but I think better to, like shout it out to everyone. Not really for Filipinos only, but in general, part-time job in Korea available are mostly, of course, sa tourism area, diba? Of course, we do have the restaurants and, beauty shops in the area, especially during, in the touristic area of Seoul. They are looking for someone or like staff who could really speak fluently in English. So I think, of course, Filipinos will be really good with that. And also, we do there are a lot of telecommunication companies in Korea that also manage businesses partnership with other countries. So they also need a lot of our foreign students do their part-time jobs on these different telecommunication companies. Parang BPO, pwede na natin sabihin parang BPO area type. Of course, hotels as well. So if you are into service, Filipinos, I know we do have a very natural, alam mo yun, service skills. And for sure, you when you look at these potential part-time job opportunities, pasado tayo dyan, Pinoy. What I'm looking at more is actually right now I'm tutoring a student, elementary, 9 years old kid. So if you are into tutoring English language program, at the same time, advantage sa'yo yun kasi now I'm learning also a little bit of Korean from his parents. So yun yung part-time job opportunity na I think a more mas may potential ang mga Filipino tayong mga Pinoy on those part-time jobs. But of course, in general, these are open to other nationals as well who are, or foreign nationals as well who are here in the country. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that information, Miss Julie. So I hope excited na kayong mag-aral sa Korea. Ayan, meron pa ba tayong tanong? Before, I think because we are actually nearing towards the end of our session. So if may mga pahabol pa tayo, I'm still accepting. Okay, so may question tayo from Miss Rose. Question from a doctor friend, is there any health-related courses in Sejong University?
Yeah, the thing is, Miss Rose, actually in general here in Korea, ang health courses nila are very still, paano ba sabihin doon? Hindi pa sila sobrang open for foreign students. Medyo conservative sila on their health, I don't know, academic pedagogy ba ang tawag doon? Tama ba yung term ko? So medyo ano pa sila doon. But it's more, may mga other universities though, but Sejong kasi doesn't have psychology and also medical courses. What we do have is physical rehabilitation courses. So nasa life sciences area yon, department yon ng Sejong University. For other universities, ang pinakamalapit siguro of their program in medical is more on neurology, more on psychological cognitive sciences program, but not really the health. Kasi, ewan ko, conservative daw sila. Anyone I ask, like, because I also have friends who are really into education and also medical programs who wants to go here in Korea. And I'm looking at, I'm like, asking people. And they're telling me that, yeah, with regards to education and also, well, education kasi nila Korean program pa rin siya, Korean track pa rin siya. Their medical program is very still conservative. So, yung pedagogy, parang ayaw nilang i-share. So, ayun. I don't know why, but yeah.
Maybe in the future, Miss Julie.
In the future, yes. Medyo
Ayan.
pupukpukin pa natin yung kultura siguro nila until they open up more. Yeah.
Miss Julie, may nagtatanong po about scholarship for masteral, like for MBA. Available po ba to?
Ayun. So for MBA, we do have 30% scholarship to 50% scholarship. Pero based, again guys, based siya sa IELTS natin. Not unless kasi yun nga yung sa research assistantship natin, na which is more on the computer sciences and engineering. So for MBA and other general masters like MBA hospitality, public administration, we do have 30 to 50% scholarship. So first on your IELTS, and then your GPA. So at initially for your IELTS, they can give you 30% scholarship, and as long as it is at least 5.5. And then for GPA, kung meron kang 3.5, ang top natin is 4.5 eh. So if you can have 3.5 at least, you can apply for 30 to 50% scholarship for the program. Ang GPA pala na sinasabi ko, hindi yung previous GPA. So initially, for the first semester, you can apply for IELTS through your IELTS score. And then when you are already a student of Sejong University of MBA, you can apply for the GPA scholarship up to 50% for the next coming semesters.
Okay, so I think one more final question that I will accept as we are running out of time. But for those other questions, my suggestion is to reserve a schedule, a one-on-one consultation with our marketing officer, Mr. Angelo. Feel free to get in touch with him. So, ang last question is for the day, are we open to accepting senior high school students who have recently graduated?
For foreign I mean, senior high school students who recently graduated to
Philip.
bachelor. Tama ba tayo doon? Or like, we're
So,
opening
yes,
senior high
K
moving
school?
12
forward to
graduate.
bachelor.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Actually, in other countries din kasi, other foreign students, they when they graduate senior high school, they just actually submit the senior high school transcript and diploma.
Okay.
Final.
Yes, so Miss Julie, clarify ko lang, if
Yes.
nasa senior high school pa lang sila, hindi pa possible. They need to
Hindi pa.
graduate from the senior high school degree
Yes.
muna.
Kasi
Okay.
as foreign students din kasi, guys, again, I'm very into psychological support din as per study abroad. It gets us excited because of course the opportunity are gonna open to you when you study abroad. But think about it, you're still gonna open an opportunity for you to living in a very different culture na mag-isa ka. But of course, we'll be here. I mean, we are the Filipino community here. We are preparing ourselves also to welcome you guys. Because but of course, mentally, we want also our foreign students to be ready, and for a certain age, also for visa application kasi, and also flight concerns. I think if you're flying abroad younger than 18 years old from Philippines, you will still need to process like DSWD and other, documents, and we don't want you to be emotionally and physically frustrated on that one. So we are looking for, of course, ready kayo. So after your senior high school graduation, we will be here. The opportunity will be here for you.
Okay, great. So exciting stuff today. I hope everyone, learned something about how they can start their dream of studying in Korea, or maybe eventually working there, or maybe living there. And also, I'd like to also share and thank our the support of Ephesus Travel and Tours. So, by the way, you
Thank
can
you.
actually spend 7 days with Ephesus Travel and Tours and see the famous places that you often see in the dramas. Yung mga Nami Island and Seoul Tower. And plus, kasama din dyan ang campus visit sa Sejong University. So let us know if you'd like to get more information about this. Our contact details are on the screen. You can take a screenshot. And that's it for today. I hope we added value to your Saturday, and we look forward to seeing you in Korea in 2021. So that ends for today, and advance Merry Christmas to everyone. Stay safe. Have a
Thank you
good
very much,
day.
guys. Happy weekend.
Thank
Happy
you
Bye.
guys.
weekend,
Merry
Julie.
Christmas. Happy holidays.
Bye bye.
Yeah.